Hello, I'm Joshua once again. This time we are going to talk about the importance of studying chemistry. What is the importance of studying chemistry? Why do we study chemistry? One of the importance of studying chemistry is to appreciate the use and the importance of chemistry in our daily life. We appreciate the use and the importance of chemistry in our daily life. For example, the manufacture of soap, the manufacture of medicine, the manufacture of clothes, all that is under chemistry. So we appreciate the chemistry and its importance in our daily life. Another one, chemistry. When we study chemistry, it helps us to acquire intellectual skills and manipulative skills to solve chemical problems that we have. We acquire the skills, that's when we study chemistry, and intellectual skills to solve the problems that we have. For example, we know that salt is used as a preservative, especially when we are preserving fish or food. That is knowledge of chemistry. Salt is sodium chloride, and we use the manipulative practical skills to apply it to food, and then it can remove the water, and then the food can be stored for a long period of time. The third one, chemistry helps us to care for our environment. For example, the problem of polythene bags. Polythene bags, because we have studied chemistry, we know that the polythene bags are non-biodegradable. They cannot be easily broken down. And when they stay in the soil, they will stay for a longer period of time, making the soil infertile. So when we study chemistry and we know the nature of the polythene, the plastic, that one helps us to take care of our environment. But moving all these polythene bags and these plastic bottles for recycling, we take them back for recycling so that they are not littered everywhere. Then another one, chemistry. When we study chemistry, it helps us to relate it with other disciplines. It will help us to relate chemistry with other disciplines. For example, in biology, chemistry is also related there. All the foods that we eat, the proteins, the carbohydrates, the amino salts, the vitamins, the fats and lipids, the water, all those ones are referred to as chemicals of life. There is chemistry in the food we eat. So now we are relating chemistry with biology. They are relating with one another. So when we study chemistry, it helps us to relate with other disciplines. Another one, it will help us to learn from the known to the unknown. There are things that we know. When you take lemon, it is a little bit, that one is common. But what causes that one? Of course we know. Then it is going to take us to the practicability to carry out experiments to know what causes the lemon to become, which is the acidic component in citric acid. So chemistry will help us to get more knowledge, starting from what we know to the unknown. When we study chemistry, it helps us in our professions. I'm a teacher and I'm teaching you chemistry. So chemistry is helping me. At the same time, chemistry is helping you because you are learning. Then chemistry also is needed in medicine. Doctors help us every time we fall sick. We go to them. So they studied also chemistry. So it is needed in our daily professions. And most of the other professions, chemistry is also needed. When we study chemistry, chemistry helps us to get relevant information to know the chemical nature of our world. For example, you study chemistry about iron and you know how iron reacts with oxygen and water and results in rusting. So when we have studied chemistry, it will help us to understand our world around, how metallic bodies are going to react due to the different changes in the weather. So chemistry is going to help us. Why are the iron sheets rusting? Why is the body of the car rusting? Chemistry will help us to solve those problems. When we study chemistry, it helps us to think critically in any learning situation, because you know that whatever you are learning has got applicability. It has to be applied anywhere. So you sit and think critically. Where can I apply this knowledge? Is it going to help me in the distillation of alcohol? Is it going to help me in the production, manufacture of medicine? Is it going to help me in the treatment of water? So it helps us to think critically so that we can learn all things, because we know there is the other part of application. When we study chemistry, it helps us to apply the discovered knowledge in our daily life. For example, the treatment of malaria. We used to use chloroquine, then we used quinine, then we went to Farxiga, then we moved it to Duocortex and others. That is treatment of the same disease or sickness, but with different medicine, types of medicines. That one is because of the acquired knowledge being utilized to solve our problem. So when we study chemistry, we learn new things. We learn new ways of solving the present problem. So my dear friend, there are very many uses of chemistry, but we shall deal with very few of them. Those ones which we can manipulate or we can learn about. But there are very many uses or applicability of chemistry in our daily life. Thank you. God bless you.